Okay, we are starting. We are on the play, and we're going to keep this hand. It floods us a little bit, but turn 3, we've got an Infectious Bloodlust on our Majoring Bully. And I'm going to roll it out. So let's see what they've got. Okay. So depending upon what they have, I could either Infectious Bloodlust the Bully to get through, or just get... Yeah, I figured a Taupe and Freeblade was coming. I will... I think... Yeah, I'm going to do this pre-combat. Just to make him make the call. Is he going to take 5 right off the bat? Or not? So now his Freeblade will be up there. And if he does have a... the 1 white mana that prevents all combat damage. I'm going to... He could also have Celestial Flare. So I'm just going to run the Bully in. I didn't play a land last turn. Enshrouding Mist? I mean, he has to, yeah. Okay, that's perfectly fine. And... yeah, that was a huge misplay on my part. Now, on the upside, this turn I can Wild Instincts his Freeblade and then come at whatever he plays. Alright, well. If he has another one, it's a problem. But he doesn't. I'm going to assume he doesn't have the Celestial Flare, just because I feel if he had the Flare last turn, he would have used it to get rid of my my Bully instead. Okay. I'd be happy with a... well, not a Leaf Gilder. I'll go ahead and Bloodlust up the Sergeant. Let's see what he does with the Construct. If it's just a chump or what goes on. He's thinking. And he's taken. So your main phase, get my Gilder down. I'm in a pretty good position. Opponent is just mana screwed. So it's... Okay, I was going to say he was clearly missing a color. He could suppression bonds. He could Way to the Underworld. There's a lot of things you can do in black-white with 4 mana that don't end well for me. If he suppression bonds my Sergeant, that's probably what's going to suck the most for me. But then I just Infectious Bloodlust the Gilder. No, because then it still dies when it blocks the construct. Yeah, I pretty much need to draw one of my forms of removal. I don't want to... Ah. Okay. I'm going to play one more land here. After that, I'm going to stop because I want to keep mana up for good old Molten Vortex. Alright, so if I put that on there, the Sergeant lives no matter what. And if I put it on the Gilder can just be killed. So I don't see a purpose in doing that. So, just swing with the Sergeant. I'm assuming he chumps with the Construct, which is fine. Yeah, and I don't want to overextend by putting too much on any of my guys here. Yeah, so he basically adds a mana tax to whatever I do. Okay, that could be really irritating if he gets one more land, because then he can just keep chump blocking. What do I have that gets rid of the Archangel? Well, Wild Instincts would have, but that's gone. And that's pretty much it. So next turn, if I have Molten Vortex, I can cast that, dump a land to do 2 damage, dump another to do 4, and attack with both. Yeah. So if he doesn't play another blocker, which is unlikely that he won't, Molten Vortex is a win. Otherwise, Rock's Maulers would be good for me. I mean, even Pricklebore. So he still has to just chump with... Okay. So this turn I can force him to double block, because I can force Mage. No, I can't. So if I force Mage, 2, 4, 5, 6, so that's 3. Yeah, I'm 1 mana shy of being able to do that. So yep. I'm just gonna attack with the Sergeant. Because if he double blocks and has Enshrouding Mist or Mighty Leap, it does kill my Sergeant. Tricks? Nope. Okay. I do need to get something going on. I need to hope he doesn't hit a land drop and doesn't cast another blocker. Okay, that's actually... Unless he has some other form of removal, this should be game. Alright. So now... I can... Well, not game, but kind of. So, give the Yivas Force Mage. Throw that onto the Leaf Gilder. Infectious Bloodlust the Gilder. And now he has to block the Gilder with the Angel and take 5. All right. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing my steps. Now, Combat Trick changes all of this stuff, but he hasn't played any so far. Okay. But next turn, unless he has something else, I get the Thopter Engineer down with the Hasty Thopter. I can attack with 3 creatures. Just nervous because while I do have the advantage right now, I am stalling out. He has 4 cards in hand. You know, there's a lot of things, a lot of ways this could go bad for me. Suppression Bonds, again, I've been worrying about it all week. I mean, any way to remove the Sergeant, because the Sergeant is just putting so much pressure up on him. Alright, what you got for 3? Amprin Tactician. Okay. Not the game breaker. Get this down. Let's see. Yeah, he will be able to kill my Sergeant if he triple blocks. So I think I have to run the Thopter out just to keep my Sergeant alive. But yeah, I think I just swing out. That way he has to block everything. But again, yeah, maybe I should have held back, because he still couldn't have double blocked. Yeah. And as soon as he gets that 5th non-foundry land, this game gets much, much longer. Yeah, and he can't attack because he needs to hold blockers back. Okay. Do I attack with the engineer? I don't. A lot of cards in this deck that could finish off that last one life. Yep. Alright, well. Leaf Gilder it is. I'd still be happy even with... Oh, yeah. Now let's see if he gets aggressive. I mean, he really can't get aggressive, though. Because he can sack the Foundry. And that's fine. I could double block the Tactician, but it's just not worth it. Alright, there we go. Where were you all my game? And unless he mainboarded that, you know, gain 3 life spell, at which point, yeah, okay. So, what are we doing here for game 2? Keeping... I didn't see anything worth smashing. Aerial Volley isn't going to be enough to get rid of his bugger, the Archangel of Tithes. I think... Yeah, I think I just send it back. Yep. Hopefully I won't miss my freaking land drops this turn. Because, you know, there's nothing like playing like a rookie. Opponent is sideboarding, so I will save you the wait and pause it. Okay. Opponent's playing first. They kept their 7. I will keep my 7. On the draw, having a turn 2 Gilder into a turn 3 Brute. Or even, I mean, if Miracle Land happens and on turn 3 he hasn't played anything, we're talking turn 3 Mage Ring, Infectious Bloodlust. Alright, what you got for me? Oh, that sucks. Alright, well, that's alright. It means that Boggart Brute it is. Because then next turn, if he does play something pretty good, I can Instincts it, make the Boggart 5. He won't be able to block unless he plays 2 blockers this turn. But even then, I'm probably looking at a 3 for 2. Hand does run out of a bit of gas at that point. Okay, yeah. Well, that's pretty easy. Pretty easy decision to make. Kill his Griffin, get in for 5. And I think next turn that does give me the option of getting the bully down and getting a Bloodlust on it. If he gets like some slew of defenders, though, depending upon what he's got. Okay. I do not want that thing to live. So I'm going to attack in with the Brute. If he double blocks, I know he has no tricks, and I will trade the Boggart Brute for the War Oracle pretty happily. Okay. Since he doesn't, I will get down my Rocks Maulers. Then next turn they can start attacking as a 6/4, 6/5 Trampler. I am not going to open myself up to Celestial Flare. I'll go down to 15 and let him get up to 15. That's fine. So next turn I'll have 5 mana. So I can Hitchclaw and Bloodlust, or I can... Oh, that's irritating. Yeah. So, first things first, we're going to Bloodlust the Maulers. We're going to swing with everything. Yep. Attack with everything. And now I play down Mage Ring Bully and hold up Fiery Impulse. Impulse the Jailer at the end of his turn, so even when he taps down my Mauler, it doesn't really matter. If he does attack, I just let the Oracle through, which is fine by me. I am assuming that he is going to hold up mana to use the Jailer, which is going to limit a lot of what he can do. All right. Enshrouding Mist. It'd be annoying, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. All right. So now we go to work. Attack with everything. Because he can't block the Brute. And I think I've got him dead here. Because even Celestial Flare, I'll sacrifice the Mage. He'll take 3 plus 7. Yeah, that's 10. That's lethal. Well, no, because he could... Okay, all right, got there. If he'd had Enshrouding Mist, that was luck on my behalf. If he'd had Enshrouding Mist, it would have untapped the War Oracle, and then he would have been able to gain 5 life and do some bad things to me. But we got there. On to round 2.